Alright, it's the third day of August 2013, Sunday, just about 1 p.m. Welcome to Weekend Live at 1. My name is James Smart. Nkabune coalition leader Mudavadi says land grabbing in Lamu could be behind the recent insecurity cases in Lamu County. Mudavadi is accusing the government of failure to investigate the recent killings and bring perpetrators to book. Mudavadi, who was speaking in Tonga Ren, Bungoma County, asked the government to investigate and reveal the names of companies and individuals that own land in Lamu. At least 500,000 acres are said to have been grabbed in Lamu.
It is now the duty of the government kufanya upelelezi wa kutosha na watoe majina vizuri ya wale wako nyuma ya hizo kampuni za bandia ambazo walichukua mashamba ya watu huko Lamu. Tunataka hii iwe kielelezo kwamba Kenya imebadilika, imekuwa tofauti. Ule mtindo ambao ulikuwa siku za zamani kufikiri unaweza pambaza watu, sasa ujue hata ukienda kutengeneza kampuni yako kule Ujerumani, Wakenya wanaweza fuata wajue hiyo ni kampuni yako hata ikiwa imekuwa registered kule Ujerumani.
Scores of foreign and domestic tourists thronged the beaches of Malindi to participate in the inaugural Watamu beach rugby. It was a major boost for tourism industry in Kilifi County, which had almost collapsed due to a myriad of factors. Most hotels in Malindi and Watamu recorded maximum bookings following the two-day rugby tournament that has been organized by the Kilifi County government. It seeks to revive tourism sector in the county. Kilifi Governor Amason Kingi, who also participated in the beach rugby, said similar sports will be organized in the future. Most hotels in the county had been shut down and more than 3,000 workers laid off due to lack of tourists following cases of insecurity reported in the neighboring counties of Tana River, Lamu and Mombasa County.
Kusema kweli nafikiri ni tamasha ambayo imeenda vyema, mkiangalia nyinyi wenyewe bila hapa kumejaa, na kungejaa zaidi laiti ingekuwa ni weekend ndefu. Maana yake tumepokea simu kutoka kwa Wakenya wengi. Katika social media tumepata comments nyingi kwamba kwa nini jambo zuri kama hili linawekwa katika weekend fupi. Wangependa liwekwe katika weekend ambayo kidogo ni ndefu, ili watu kutoka Kisumu, kutoka Nairobi, kutoka pande zote za nchi wanaweza kuja nyumbani.
Alright, Vihiga Governor Moses Akaranga and Nakuru County MCAs have opposed the controversial County Government Amendment Act, which puts senators in control of devolution funds. Akaranga said the new law will hinder service delivery in the counties and cautioned it could politically cost President Uhuru Kenyatta, who assented to it last week. Nakuru County Assembly Speaker Susan Kihika and her Migori counterpart Gordon Ogola termed the new law as unconstitutional, claiming it aims to undermine devolution. They said they would support governors in their quest to legally challenge the new law. The MCAs called on MPs and senators to stick to their constitutional mandates and should not attempt to usurp the powers of MCAs. The leaders were speaking during the funeral of Nakuru County nominated MCA Damaris Mbudhia at Olrongai, Nakuru County.
Kwa hiyo bodi kusema muje hapa chini mtakuja kuharibu kazi yetu, na hao wananchi ndio watakuja kuumia, kwa sababu kazi isipofanyika vizuri mtamuuliza gavana wenu Mbugwa kwa sababu gani kazi haifanyiki vizuri.
If these boards are so good, why didn't you bring your CDF? Tuwe tunaongea juu ya hiyo when we are sitting down to split up the resources of the counties. So clearly they are being disingenuous. Nyinyi kazi yenu tuliwatuma national. You go represent us in the national, mtutafutie pesa, mkuje mlete. Sasa mnataka mwende mtafute kazi, amwende mtafute pesa, and then you come back down mgawe hiyo pesa. Kwani kazi yetu ilikuwa ya kufanya nini?
Senators, tafadhali acheni na mambo ya boards, because we gave you work of oversight and helping the counties to get their voices heard and the national government. If you come and sit in that board, what will you be oversighting over if already you are part of that board?
Sisi tumeungana na nyinyi governors, tumesema no. Kama mtu anaona kazi ya MCA ni mzuri, ilitokea 2017, achana na hiyo aje hii.
All right, now Wiper Democratic leader Kalonzo took the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy referendum crusade to Kisii district in Kitui County. Kalonzo, who presided over a funds drive in aid to Kwakatile Secondary School, urged Kenyans to participate in the exercise to collect signatures in support of the referendum exercise. CORD hopes to collect over 5 million signatures to enable the referendum to take place and has already appointed a committee of experts to frame the referendum question. Kalonzo says the referendum will seek to address, among other issues, allocation of money to the counties and insecurity.
We know how to do things better. Tunawaulizeni, mkisikia wakati wa kuweka saini umefika, haujafika bado. Lazima kwanza tuunde swali ama tuunde maswali, na Mheshimiwa Joe hapa ameanza kuunda mengine makali sana.
Well, now the youth living in Nairobi's Eastleigh estate have been encouraged to be proactive rather than wait to be used by selfish people with political interest. Member of County Assembly in Eastleigh North, Osman Ado Ibrahim, urged the youth to apply for funding from the county government to start income-generating projects. Ibrahim spoke to the Muslim Peace and Awareness Youth Group in Eastleigh today.
Wrong with the county government, because when you find that when employment chances arrive, then our people are not there. When you go there and ask, they tell you they don't apply. What can we do? So you guys should be proactive in this kind of things. Don't wait for the MCA to come and tell you there is a job. Come and apply, because most of the time we are busy with we cannot be on top of everything. So you should be proactive. People should be reading the newspapers. The jobs are advertised in the newspapers. And once you apply, then you can come to us. But somebody will come after the application has been closed. And then now on a quality application, it becomes very difficult.
All right, administration. Police officers at Igembe South in Meru County have arrested a man who has been posing as a senior police officer. The man is alleged to have obtained money from parents with the promise of enlisting their children in the police service as part of the recruitment exercise. Joseph Malai Kaberia was nabbed as he was presenting calling letters to 3 youths. According to Igembe South AP Commander Ibrahim Gulia, the parents and guardians of the 3 had already parted with over 275,000 shillings.
Hiyo maneno ilipotokea akatuelezea kuna mtu wako na atatusaidia kijana aweze kupata kazi, na nikaona kijana amenisumbua siku nyingi. Sasa nikaona juu mimi ndiye babake nitoe pesa. Sasa kwa jumla ile pesa nilikuwa nimetoa pesa 150,000.
Ametaja majina ya wakubwa wa polisi ambaye tumegundua hawa anawajua, na yeye ni mtu nyumbani. Area hii is prominent person, lakini tumeongea na wananchi ambayo wametupatia information. Hao ndio walisema hii mtu anadanganya watu.
Sometimes watu kama hawa ndio wanaharibu kikosi ya polisi, wanaenda kila mahali wakisema sisi ni polisi, wanafanya uhalifu wakitangaza kwamba hao ni polisi.
Students at Nkabune Girls Secondary School in Meru County escaped death by a whisker last night after 2 of their dormitories burnt down. According to a neighbor, Francis Muriungi, the county fire engine arrived late when most of the property had been consumed by the fire. He went in on the sub-county commissioner, Jim Joker, said that it was unfortunate that the student was injured during the incident. He however noted that the school had not adhered to school safety regulations in the construction of the 2 dormitories.
I have personally instructed the sub-county education officer to ensure that all the principals, all head teachers comply and enforce the Ministry of Education specifications in as far as the dormitory construction are concerned.
All right, now over 600. It is set to change the lives of children, the young children attending a primary school in Mukuru slums, but it's not only the children who will benefit from a biogas energy project still in its initial stages. Residents living in surrounding areas are also set to benefit, as KTN's Charles Kitonga reports.
More often than not, slums are associated with poverty, crime and low standards of life, a picture that eclipses the talent and innovation brewed in these rugged streets. Mukuru Kwanjenga, a slum area in Embakasi constituency, is home to over 100,000 people, and it is here that we find Kwanjenga Primary School. When we arrive at the school, normal schooling activity is what welcomes us. Behind this normalcy, however, is a story of endurance. For the management of this school, real headache lies in sustaining a free feeding program for 2,000 pupils that attend classes every day and lighting up the compound. With 130,000 shillings spent monthly on firewood for the feeding program, this has simply been unsustainable.
This one has become very expensive because of the cost of the firewood.
The school experiences acute shortage of power. This transformer installed by Kenya Power in the school compound has been subject to illegal tapping by the locals. This has forced the school to disconnect electricity in the classrooms.
The rate at which these people who live around the school are tapping the electricity, making it so hard even to transfer electricity from the main administration block to the classes. You cannot, because they will get away and tap that electricity.
But like they say, necessity is the mother of invention. With the help of Afriso Energy, the school is recycling their waste to generate electricity and gas. By recycling human waste, the school expects to meet all its energy requirements while dealing with the sanitation issue in the area.
When we will move the toilets from down there where the flooding takes place, and we are going to take it to the upper side where we have constructed the biodigester, the whole place down here, we are going to keep it very clean. There will be no mixing of flood water with the human waste, and we are going to plant a lot of trees.
For Afriso Energy, a startup pioneered by Amos Nguru, this is just one of the 117 projects they have constructed across the country since 2008. As an entrepreneur, the diesel shortage crisis in that year jolted the former Britam manager into action, wanting to provide cheaper alternatives to the community.
The prices of diesel went up very high to 105 Kenya shillings. For the first time, they hit the 100 shillings mark. And saw an opportunity.
In this particular project, Amos pumped in 8.6 million shillings, but he assures there's quick return on investment. By September this year, the processor will produce biogas equivalent of 18 kilograms of LPG per day. This will be used to generate 15 kilohertz of electricity through a generator with the capability to light the school and its environs for 10 hours.
Priority number one to us, as per the proposal that we presented, is provide power to the school for their normal uses, which we are going to generate from the biogas. It goes through a generator, and then we are able to get power for that.
Conservation and use of renewable energy has been the topic of the day, even on global roundtables. Investments such as this will therefore see Kenya grow its economy with minimal effects on nature, even as the government continues to invest heavily in wind power projects. Charles Gitonga, KTN.
And over 600 primary school girls have received free sanitary towels and underwear in Migori County on a pilot project meant to see girls in marginalized communities receive such items for a year. The 800 million shillings project is being run by the national government in collaboration with Procter & Gamble, Heart Africa Pad Bank Campaign and the Oyani Health Net. 1,300 girls in Uriri constituency will also receive the pads during the first round of the project that is expected to be rolled out countrywide. The project also aims at training and protecting the sexual and reproductive health rights of women and adolescent girls by keeping them in school. It is expected that through provisions of sanitary pads to the girls, it will be possible to have a direct and positive effect on the well-being of the various communities.
Many girls are not coming to school the time they are seeing this period. Yes, and they are even fearing one another. Maybe her classmate will shout at her.
Now we have the sanitary towels. Now we have the courage to come to school and learn and empower our girl child.
Some of them end up dropping out of school because of stigmatization.
And some of the things we found out was that these young girls, apart from them dropping out of school or staying out of school during the 5 days that they have their menses, some of them engage in sexual activities with the local fishermen, with border riders, with the gold miners in the region to be able to get that money to be able to buy the sanitary towels.
Welcome back. This is Weekend at 1. Now, the deadliest recorded Ebola outbreak surpassed 700 deaths across West Africa on Thursday as the World Health Organization announced dozens of new deaths reported in the last several days. In Sierra Leone, President Ernest Bai Koroma vowed to quarantine sick patients at home and have authorities conduct house-to-house searches for others who may have been exposed as the country struggles with families resisting treatment at isolation centers. Some have kept loved ones at home given the high death rates at clinics where Ebola patients are quarantined. Ebola now has been blamed for 729 deaths in 4 West African countries this year and has shown no signs of slowing down, particularly in Liberia and Sierra Leone. Ebola cases first emerged in the nation of Guinea back in March and later across the borders to Sierra Leone and Liberia. The outbreak is now the largest recorded in world history and has infected 3 African capitals with international airports. All right, that does it for us here on KTN Weekend at 1. Thank you very much for your company. Tickle the bear comments on Twitter. Yes, the beard remains. Enjoy what's left of your afternoon.